Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining us today. I have a very special guest with me. This is Beth Carbone with Remax Gold. Beth is currently serving as the San Benito County Association of Realtors President for the year 2024. So thank you for coming, Beth, and welcome.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yay, so let's get started.
All right.
Actually, before we get started, I do want to ask you, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what drove you to become a realtor?
Sure. So I've been licensed since 2004, and at the time I lived in a very rural community. I had 2 little kids, and I didn't want to commute anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes away from them. So I got someone to sponsor me, and I became her buyer's agent and turned into the office manager. Then I went out on my own, and I've been selling real estate, honestly, since 2004. And now I'm excited to take it to the next level as president of our association.
Yeah, and thank you so much for serving, because I know it's not an easy task a lot of the time.
Been there, done that, right?
Been there, done that.
Exactly.
I served in 2018 as president, and I think it's great to give back to your industry. So
Absolutely.
Thank you for doing that.
My pleasure.
So let's get started, shall we?
Alrighty.
Okay, so what is your role as president of the association?
Well, the president's role is really the CEO of the association. And as fancy as that sounds, basically I go to all of our board meetings, and then I attend our CAR business meetings. So the CAR, for those who don't know, is the California Association of Realtors, and those are the business meetings. So I go and attend there along with some other agents as well that are highly involved. And then we come back and we share with the association what it is we're doing at state level. And then we part of my position really is to attend other meetings, get to know other business presidents actually of the surrounding associations and build relationships. I want to increase attendance and educate our affiliates and our associates.
So Beth, can you share with us what the goals are for the association for 2024?
Absolutely. In fact, I'm so glad you asked, because the main priority for our association is to provide and protect property rights. So once again, when we go to the CAR meetings, there's legislative day. In real English, that's legislative day, and we encourage our members to go and attend. The more you educate yourself and you know what's going on at the state level, the more that you can provide and help your current clients, potential clients, just our community in general. So I attend all of those, and once again, that's something we bring back and educate our members with. So education's a huge goal. And then the other one is participation and growth of our association. The more you participate in something that you do for a living, the more it becomes a career. And that's really our full intention, is this is our career and this is what we do for a living. And the more, once again, the more involved you get, the more professional you become.
100%. I agree. So what role does the local association play in the community as a whole?
Well, it plays a huge role. For one, it's a major resource. So not just the association, but the members, the board members. We're very active in our own community. We do fundraising, which we'll get to later, but we do a lot of fundraising for our community. And we're all about, I can't reiterate enough, but we're about the protection of our property rights. And I don't believe people understand that CAR and NAR are really the only 2 bodies that go out of their way to protect our property rights and fight for legislation that protects them, or fights against legislation that sounds good on the surface, but underneath there is repercussions if we vote for them. So that's a huge responsibility in our community.
Yes, and NAR is the National Association?
National Association of Realtors.
Yeah, we do tend to think everybody knows, right, what they stand for, but thank you. So what are the benefits to a local property owners when listing a property with a member of the San Benito County Association of Realtors?
Okay, once again, fantastic question. And this one I'm pretty passionate about. We all sell real estate outside of our comfort zone, and sometimes that happens. But if you're going to list or buy within a community, it's so important to use somebody who is familiar with the community and lives and breathes here. So our kids go to school here. We eat here. We walk the neighborhoods. We know this community. But beyond that, when you use a local realtor, they also in return use local vendors. So it promotes growth in our community, and it also generates I want to say wealth. It generates revenue for our community because we support local. And we're still considered a small town, and I think that's just absolutely huge.
So in regards to local, keeping it local, does the association offer any grants for local home buyers or home buyers in general?
Yes. Okay. And I'm so proud of this because we are the only county in the surrounding 3 or 4 counties that offer our first-time home buyers grants. And this is something that we work very hard for throughout the year, and we do fundraising. And once again, I know we're going to get into details later about this, but I am proud to say that our association has a first-time home buyers grant. This year, we are able to bump it up to $1,500 to put towards closing costs. And another reason to use a local realtor is because in order to qualify for the grant, and I'm jumping gun.
No,
that's
absolutely.
okay.
No.
So I just got to go with it. So you're to use a local San Benito County Association realtor, buy a house in San Benito County, and you have to be a first-time home buyer. You can't have owned a house in the past 3 years, and the purchase price needs to be under $900,000.
So speaking of fundraisers that benefit the community, what other fundraisers do you have?
So another one we have is the Community Events Committee, and it's chaired by Cassandra Farnese, who is also an affiliate of ours. And we work diligently throughout the year to do fundraising to support nonprofits here in San Benito County. So those fundraisers go towards the Emmaus House and domestic violence support, not supporting it, for those who are trying to get out of domestic violence situations, and 12 days of giving. So there's a lot of nonprofits that we fundraise for and support within San Benito County. Now, I'd really like to, and I wouldn't be doing us any justice if I didn't mention the chair of our first-time homebuyer grant committee, and that's Carly Jo Brigantino. What she has done with this committee is amazing. So we do an annual golf tournament, and that's where the most of our funds come from for this first-time homebuyer grant. And when she first took over this committee, I think we're at like a couple of $1,000s, which is great. Mm-hmm. She's taken it to a level that we didn't even know could happen. And so we bring in about $30,000 through that fundraiser itself, and it is not easy to do. I sit on the committee with her, but she is the bomb, and so along with our other vice chairs that I truly appreciate volunteering their time to make this happen, I wanted to give a shout out to Carly Jo Brigantino and the accolades that she deserves.
Oh, for sure. I know, because I've seen the golf tournament go from a very small amount of participation to now it's being sold out every summer, right?
And you participate, right? You get out there.
I do, but I'm terrible at golf, so don't ask me to be on your team because I'm terrible.
What's great about it, though, is that it's really not about being good. It's just about going out and having fun and, again, building relationships and rapport.
Yeah, and there's sponsor opportunities there, right? Sponsorship opportunities. So, again, reach out to Beth or Marcella or Carly Jo.
Yeah. So I'm not as brave as Donna. I don't play in it, but I do sponsor a team, and then I'm behind the scenes.
Yeah, but it's a great way, again, just to get involved in to help our community, and let's have a bigger goal this year so we can give more homebuyer grants out to our community.
Continue giving back to our community. I couldn't agree more.
100%. So does the association offer continuing education to its members?
Oh, absolutely. So that's one of our main goals, as I've mentioned before, is continued education. And we do have our education committee, and that's run by Stephanie Hicks. She's the chair this year, and she's doing a phenomenal job. So at least once a month, there is some type of education. Or, for instance, we just had a lunch and learn last week with the mayor and one of our supervisors, and it's a great way of being able to get to know who our governing bodies are in San Benito County.
Our local leaders.
Yeah, our local leaders. You've got it.
And is that open just for the members, correct?
It is just for the members. Absolutely, yeah.
Are community members welcome to stop by the association office? Because I know you just said those meetings are for the members, but our community members, are they welcome to stop by our office? Association
I highly encourage it. It is an absolutely wonderful resource, and our association executive is Maricela Ramirez, and I don't even know what I would do without her. She is a wealth of knowledge. So if you have any questions regarding San Benito County or our association, realtors, affiliates, and what the affiliates are basically anybody that's involved with selling houses. So if you're wondering like, oh, who's a good painter, who can pour concrete in my backyard, if you just need a vendor, she can give you a list of vendors. And I don't know what other questions she could answer, but give her a try. She's really smart.
She really is. She's a wealth of knowledge. As far as you said affiliates, how do you become an affiliate?
Well, you can join our association, and the reason affiliates would want to do that is it's a great way of promoting yourself and also letting realtors promote you as well. As we talked about earlier, once you list a house or you go to purchase a house and now you need resources, you call up your real estate agent and it's like, hey, I need to have something, I need repairs done. Well, they'll have a whole list of affiliates that are members of our association that they can give to you. And it also allows the affiliates to be able to attend any of our marketing meetings and to self-promote themselves and participate in our fundraisers. And just build relationships with a pretty good sized body of people.
Right.
And so honestly, for $200 a year, it's a great way to promote your own business.
Absolutely. And so should someone who's looking to become an affiliate member, should they contact you or Marcella?
You can contact me. I'll give you Marcella's phone number.
Okay. So we'll be sure to add Beth's number in the comments at the end of this video. So Beth, I wanted to ask you, what made you decide to become president of the association?
That's kind of a hard question to answer, but the gut response to that is truly I became involved with our association through one of our committees. So Carrie Grimsley reached out to me and asked if I would sit on the committee for our scholarship committee. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know we had one, right? And so I was like, of course I will. And then that led to our board of directors put out a email saying, hey, we need people to participate on our board. And I thought, well, if I'm going to be involved, then I need to step up in a leadership position as well, not just take a back seat. Right. So I became a board member. And then I accidentally became a motivational speaker at one of our installation meetings. And after that, I was asked to become president. And at the time, full disclosure, is I just didn't feel like I was ready yet. Mm-hmm. But when the board of directors has a committee that chooses who the next president's going to be, and they call you up and ask you if you're interested, it's an honor. And I appreciated it. And even though I initially said no, after a little bit of a conversation, I said, okay, it's my turn to step up. And plus, I'm passionate about building relationships and building this association.
Right, because it's not just the relationships we build with our clients, it's the relationships we build with each other, our peers.
Absolutely, and you couldn't be more correct. And I know that this is one of your goals when you were president as well, is building those relationships. For one, it makes your job easier. This is kind of a tough job, and it's a lonely job. I'm not a lone wolf, so I like surrounding myself with people that are like-minded. And once you get to know somebody, it breaks down barriers. So then if you end up doing a job with them, then it just creates a better atmosphere. And when you're in a better atmosphere, that is better for your clients as well. So the more involved you get, the more powerful you're going to be in this profession.
Yes, and there's always room for those members to get involved, correct?
Yes, we'll talk later about that.
Yes. Again, reach out to Beth. So Beth, can you tell us how many active members, realtor members, we currently have at our association?
So currently we have 200 active realtors and 30 affiliates. And so once again, just to reiterate, 30 affiliates, 200 realtors, you do the math, that's a great networking right there.
And so what you mentioned, it costs for an affiliate member, you said
$200 for a year.
$200.
And that, I believe, we'll have to double check with Maricela, I believe it's prorated.
So how does one become a board member?
Well, once again, you go into our association and you speak with Maricela. She'll help you fill out the proper paperwork, and she'll also process it for you. So you just have to show interest and see if you qualify.
So who are our current board members for 2024?
I am fortunate enough to work with some pretty great people on our board this year. So I just want to read them off so I don't forget anybody. I don't want the hate mail. So our incoming president for next year is Jason Noble. Our immediate past president is Nicole Nijme. Secretary is Shannon Matthews. Our treasurer is Carrie Grimsley. Our directors are Judy Solis, Christine Graziano, Kim O'Connor, Dana Puckett, and Anna Ordonez. And we're extremely fortunate to have Government Affairs Director Carson Clower. He keeps us abreast of the local, state, and national laws that could possibly impact us as property owners. And he's a wonderful resource as well. So not only do I go to these meetings, but Carson does too, and he stays extremely involved in at our local level as well. So they're all wonderful resources, and once again, I'm so grateful that I get to work with all of them.
So if anybody would like to contact one of our board members, it'll be in the description below. We'll have their contact information. So getting back to our association, does the association offer market updates to our community?
Well, we do offer market updates to our community, but basically what we're doing is we offer market updates in our marketing meetings. Every Thursday at Ridgemark at 9 a.m. we have marketing meetings. Not only do we tour new homes on MLS, but we talk about what's going on in the market. So going back again, we educate our members on what's going on with the market, and then they in turn can educate their potential clients and their clients. So that's really how we promote what's going on in our local market.
So earlier you touched on how you work with other associations, but how does our association collaborate with other realtor associations in the state of California?
Okay, so as president, one of the things that I do is I serve as an executive on the CAR directors meetings, as well as sit on the executive committees. And what that means is we collaborate with our surrounding counties, and we go to these meetings, and then we have our caucuses 2 to 3 times a week when we're gone, and share with each other what we learned at the different meetings that we went to. And so you end up really it's all about building relationships. And you end up building relationships with presidents and incoming presidents, account executives, to the surrounding communities, or I should say counties. So we are Region 10, and Region 10 includes San Benito County, Santa Cruz County, and Monterey County. And so, yeah, and it's nice too, because then we can call each other up and, ask for, experiences and, what are you doing? Maybe get ideas of what other counties are doing.
Yeah, and bring those ideas back to our association.
No, I just keep them to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can.
absolutely, absolutely.
So Beth, I'd like to ask you, as president, what are your goals for the association and where do you see it going in 2024?
Well, I can let you know what my intentions are. So I suppose those are the same as goals. I really want to see more participation, and not just for myself, but for our members. We're leading into a pretty rough year this year. There's a lot of, oh, the sky is falling, everything's terrible, doom and gloom, and that can really get to you. So I want to make sure that we keep uplifting each other and that we encourage each other to do the best that we can. But that's just who I am. I know I'm a little bit more warm and fuzzy than maybe past presidents, but I think it's also important that you build on who you are and you work within your own strengths, and those are my strengths. So if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you just want to take a walk and vent a little bit, feel free to give me a call. I'm always available, and it'd be my pleasure to help you grow and to feel more secure in this wonderful yet stressful profession that we've chosen.
And utilize the association office.
Utilize, utilize, utilize.
That's what it's there for, members and affiliates.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I know, Beth, you're not going to toot your own horn on this, so I want to bring this up and I want to mention it, that when you were serving as vice president of our association, you would run our marketing meetings, and one thing that I really appreciated and I felt you brought to the association, it was something a little bit different, but I think that's what brought us together as an association, was you would ask the members to introduce themselves and then mention what they were grateful for. They didn't have to, but I was grateful that you did that, because for me, it kind of broke that little bit of silence.
Right.
And it made you also, as a member, connect with another member that you didn't realize that maybe you had something in common with them. And that is huge. And I appreciate that you did that. And so before we end, what is it that you are grateful for today?
Honestly, I'm going to have to say I'm grateful for that, because you put a lot of thought and energy into giving back, and the fact that you mentioned that means a lot to me, and I appreciate that. So I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'm grateful for your friendship and the business relationship we have. I look forward to doing business with you.
Thank you. Yeah, and I'm grateful for you for coming and agreeing to do this. Many people wouldn't, so thank you. And I just want to end by saying again that feel free to reach out to our association, reach out to Beth. This is, again, this platform is meant to not only educate buyers and sellers, but educate our community. And by watching today and sharing this video, you can not just help local buyers and sellers, but also help any business, local business owners that want to become affiliates.
Our affiliates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here for. Thank you again for joining, and please like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
High five, like and subscribe.